How's everyone doing tonight? So, uh, today's session, we're going to be jumping back into the work we were doing on the Binary Ninja plugin for msp430. The last, I don't know, few weeks, we've been building a msp430 disassembler, and it's been pretty much focused on just the disassembly portion of it. And now we want to integrate that into Binary Ninja so that we can add support for the architecture into the disassembler. The disassembly is fully complete. That's it. The big thing now is just getting the integration done, and that's kind of the harder part. The disassembly is pretty straightforward. If you've seen any of the previous streams or VODs, it's well documented. It's like not super difficult. The Binary Ninja API is not as stable yet, especially because we're building it in Rust. So, and it's not as stable as say the C++ or the Python API. So the last session we had a lot of trouble trying to get it like working and just kind of figuring out if we're doing things the right way. I've since gotten a little bit more information from Vector35 as well as from the people that are working with the API. So I think we can start progressing a little bit more and get something at least like integrated maybe tonight, and we can kind of see if if it does anything. Not even like fully like it disassembles, but just like even if it can just like show up as a plugin that Binary Ninja knows about. And hopefully we can get like to something like that, and it will be pretty cool. And we can kind of start building out functionality from there. Yeah. So the environment's pretty much set up. We had that working last time. I'm gonna switch over to the desktop view, and I think we'll go from there. I also have a reference here. This is a dwarf library that is being worked on. I'm not sure if this is the official one that they're planning to release with Binary Ninja, or if this is a third-party one. But someone in the Slack linked it to me and said that we could use this as reference. This apparently is probably one of the best resources to look at for building a plugin in Rust. I think if this is the official one, based on their Friday streams from a few weeks ago, the reason they're releasing the Rust API now, or getting it ready now as opposed to before, is that the dwarf implementation that's built in Rust called, I think, Gimli, is that apparently is just a really good dwarf implementation. And so they wanted to use that one, which meant they needed to have FFI bindings to Binary Ninja's API written in Rust so they could do the integration point. So now that that's become a priority, the Rust API is also somewhat of a priority, which means that we can use it. I need to open up the other project. We'll do a new window, and this will pop it over. I think last week we started working on the implementation of register. So we had a lot of trouble with the associated types and all of the generic type arguments. And I asked some questions about this, and basically there's a couple different reasons why so many generics were used here, and it sounds like there's a possibility that they'll somewhat go away in the future. And so I kind of hope the API will get a little bit simpler. But a couple reasons. One is that I think the API was written before Rust 2018, and so without using like boxes to perform type erasure, which is a whole other like complicated topic that I'm not going to get into right now. But without boxes, which have a performance penalty because you have to do an allocation and some other not so great things about losing types. That was one of the things that caused it, because you couldn't do, for instance, like do stuff and return, like say you had a trait, my trait. So you had this trait. You couldn't say like, just return my trait, like an instance of this, because it doesn't. The trait doesn't have a size. It is not the trait size, and so you couldn't return that because it didn't know like how big it would be, and it can't generate code that's correct. Some of that has changed. You can do things like I forget if it's this. Yeah, so you see like it's not sized. I think it's impl. I think it's like that. So yeah. So you can just say that like you're gonna return something that implements this trait. So this wasn't available. The other thing is that there were I forget what the other reasons were, but there was another reason regarding just like the ability to like define some really complicated types. It seemed like a good idea at the time, and in retrospect, it didn't end up being that good. So it seems like some of this is going to end up changing, and so it will get better. In the meantime, we're kind of using what we have, and I think we're just going to move forward with that and get things going. Now let's see if this builds. This does build. So the one thing that we need to do is we need to set up an architecture. So we need to like set this up as a plugin. And the way that we do this is we expose a function. So we already have this. We're telling Cargo that we're going to build a C dynamic library. So something that is just a normal like dilib. Hey everyone joining. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and try to explain as I go what we're doing. But basically, we're building a plugin for Binary Ninja to support msp430. So the thing that we actually care about here, and this is the support for Dwarf. The thing that we actually care about here is this. We need to implement this core plugin init function, and this is how Binary Ninja like sets up the plugin and does whatever it needs to do. So there's a couple directives here we need to add. One is the no mangle. So Rust will always mangle symbols just like C++ does unless you tell it not to. And I believe that this, just like in C++, it's used for. So unlike in C++, which has inheritance, which is one form of polymorphism, Rust does not have inheritance, but it still does have polymorphism in the form of like traits. So mangling is still needed for polymorphism. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do a no mangle and set up this function so that we can do it. We're also gonna make it public because we need to export it. It's gonna be available, and then extern C, I believe tells it that we're gonna use the C calling convention, and it's an external function, so it's I think the linker is gonna know that that it's available. Core plugin init, and so they have this allow non-snake case here. And that's just to stop it from complaining when it builds. I assume that this is the name of the function that it needs to be called, and so it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna return true right now, and it's gonna complain about this. Yep. So we can also add in the allow non-snake. And it should stop that. Sweet. All right. Let's go to binary.ninja, and we'll get our docs API reference. So, fortunately, I don't think that this has the C++ docs. I think it only has the the Python docs. Yeah, it's not listed here. C++ documentation. All right. That's not super helpful. What we can do is, so we can go here, I think. Any of these is probably fine. But because this is a standalone, it probably doesn't have it. This is probably fine. Yeah, so these are all standalone, it looks like. At least some of them are. Princess calls. Is this Yeah, so it's this core plugin init function. Basically, this is just what we have. We can declare dependencies. We're not going to have to do this. Let's see. So I wonder if we do this, if it'll show up in the plugin that's loaded. Like, we're not going to have the architecture yet because it doesn't exist. But, like, theoretically, this should just show up. And I don't know how we can, like, name this. But let's do a cargo build. I built an attribute, the seller name, no mangled. Oh, I forgot the N. All right. All right. We have a crazy link error, which is not a good sign. Linking with link failed. Huh. So it looks like it can't link against it can't link against the Binary Ninja API. And I wonder if there's something else that we need to do to make that work. So here they're using the link time optimization, but that's just for the release profile. I guess, like, if we were to clone this, like, will this just build? That's worth figuring out, I guess. Source, GitHub. It doesn't have dwarf disk. Great. What was the path for that? Is this just their repo? If I just grab it from here, will that work? It looks like it's not. Okay. Well. So. Can't build this. What do we have? So the Binary Ninja API is the public API for building plugins for Binary Ninja, which is a disassembler. Let me open that up, I guess, real quick, and I'll show that off. So this is a disassembler built by Vector35, similar to IDA Pro or Ghidra. It is it's very modern. Like one of the things that separates it from, say, like IDA or Ghidra is that it is focused very much on automation. There's a really powerful Python API, which is apparently a lot more pleasant to use than, say, like IDA's Python API or Ghidra's Python API. IDA has gotten a lot better in the last like couple of years, but it's pretty awful to work with because I think it was kind of an afterthought. After IDC kind of became like not some people actually wanted to write in. The other big thing is it has like varying levels of intermediate representations, which you can lift to and then do analysis on, which is nice because you can build your analysis based on an IL level rather than the architecture itself. So it applies to any architecture that you can lift up to. Downside of Binary Ninja is that it doesn't have anywhere near the level of support of architectures that, say, IDA does or Ghidra does. And so that's why we're building out support for additional architectures and adding it to it. We were using this to do some of the microcorruption wargame. So it depends. I have a paid version of IDA that I use as I need it. I also use Ghidra occasionally. I'll use R2. It sort of just depends on the task at hand. Like different tools will have their own strengths, and so like I said, this is really good if you're doing automated analysis and you want to write code against it because the API is really good. If I need support for an architecture that this doesn't have, I'll go into Ghidra, I'll go into IDA. IDA is really bad if you're doing firmware that doesn't have a known file format. Like if you just dump the firmware off of a flash chip, it's really bad at understanding, what's there and trying to find code. Like it'll do okay, like once you like identify where code is and it can start, doing its graph analysis, but it's not good at that. And Ghidra is really good at that. It's really good at identifying code. IDA has issues with different sized words, and it's like the AVR support in IDA is awful. It's really good in Ghidra comparatively. So it just kind of depends on like what I'm doing at the time, the architecture I'm working with, and what I need to do. I don't have Hexraise, the decompiler, for IDA. There's a built-in decompiler for Ghidra that's free. This has sort of a decompiler. It has what's called the high-level IL or intermediate representation. That's what we're looking at right here, where it's not quite decompiled to C, so I couldn't toss this into C like you could with Ghidra or IDA's Hexraise. But it gives you a lot of those high-level structures you would see from a decompiler. So it's expressive and it's clear, but it's not quite C. So back to here. So we have these linking errors. It looks like it can't link against Binary Ninja's public API, and so we have that in here. Like it does exist. if we look at our cargo file, this is what it's pulling down. And maybe the issue here is that we're building this against the GitHub branch, and it doesn't know to pull in all of the header files and everything that comes with this. One of the things we can do is rather than, yeah, you're welcome. Happy to help explain. If I didn't, and we don't know what's going on, there's no reason to watch. One of the things we can do is we can switch this to a path rather than Git, and it's like I don't think this would matter. Like if we look at Rust here, cargo here should, so it brings in the Binary Ninja sys, which is this package, and this has the build RS that does everything we need. I wonder if this is it. So yeah, so this is probably what we need to do. macOS, Linux. This is only for headless, which we don't care about. Let's see if yeah, so this is fine. We can try using headless and Rayon. Headless shouldn't matter. Rayon, I don't know what's, so Rayon is a library for doing multiprocessing. It will split up work for us. I don't think we need Rayon. I don't know what's being used for it. But we still have all these link errors. And yeah, just all these unresolved symbols. Basically, it can't find the library that it's trying to link against, which is the problem. Wonderful. We can... So that's correct. That's correct. If you want to advance bind, simply change the commit ID in there. So this is specifically for headless, it looks like. Is this headless or is this... So this is a UI plugin. So this isn't doing anything crazy. This dwarf dump this is a headless one, I believe. Yeah, and this is a UI plugin, which I'm not sure what the difference between a UI plugin is and a core plugin. So I wonder if we need to build this separately and put the library somewhere. Because we don't have CMake, do we? Yeah. So I wonder if that's going to fail because we don't have CMake. Yeah, we can pull down the API and we can try to build it separately. Source GitHub 5. So we can try building this first and see if this works. Like maybe maybe it's failing because we don't have. No, so that succeeded. Maybe we're just using the wrong. We need to specify there's a path here. Cargo toml documentation. Yeah, so we need dependencies. Right. Branch. A registry version. It seems like it's not. Let's get rid of target. What's it's Windows shit? rm-dir. Yep. All right. So interesting. And so if we Unicode, there should be like a lib binary ninja in here, lib ninja or something like that. Yeah, so I'm not sure what a -d file is. I don't know much about the Windows programming environment, but mean, it looks so we have Binary Ninja, we have Binary Ninja Core sys, which is correct. And it looks like it's trying to do like this library, but I don't know. I don't know how to do this. All right, I can do this in Linux. I don't know how to do it in Windows. So, yeah, that exists. We have the rlib. Rlib is like a library that Rust makes. It's a Rust lib, which so that exists. Let's do some searching around here. Maybe there's like something I have to pass or. Did you check that your lib file has any symbols exported? Okay, so we can do that. Lib in was it dump bin interesting. We don't get dump bin. Why don't we get this? This is part of I wonder if we didn't do common tools. No, that's not really important. I mean, I don't really care about this, but whatever. That doesn't really help us. We'll update it later. So Rust up. What is my current tool chain? Okay, so we're using Microsoft Visual C, which makes sense. That's what we want. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go to the Vector35 Slack and see if I can get an answer. Maybe someone will answer really quick, but, you know, probably not at this point. It's kind of late. So I just asked. We'll see if we hear anything back. I might need to like build the library or something and put it somewhere. It could be like a bind gen issue, but I don't think so. Can always bump the bind gen up. I don't think it's gonna make a difference. Like, it's try building release. I also don't think that's gonna make a difference, but you know, we might as well try it. It'll take a little longer to do, but I don't know. Yeah, same issue. So I mean, the building is fine. We're getting our compilation, but we're unable to link. What was that thing called? Dump bin, dump. Can try to do this. I don't remember exactly how to do this. It might be modify. Universal. No, we don't need that. C++. That's interesting. Editing and debugging for the .NET framework. We do have CMake. I don't know where the code is for CMake. I mean, I guess it would be in like visual. MS build there. Microsoft Visual Studio. God. Dump bin is here. Sweet. Okay. All right. We just gotta, you know. It's just this long path. Okay. Debug. Deps lib. Maybe they don't have it built. So target. Oh. Target. Debug. I think so beautiful. Target, debug, deps. Great. Really? It's 100% right there. You need a full path. File name, directory, or volume syntax is incorrect. Where was that link? Is it here? Dump bin. We're just gonna do it here then. file name is that. I see a lot of symbols. Okay, I think that's enough. We've got a lot of symbols. Like, they're... I don't think we get grep on Windows, unfortunately. Do we get grep? No, we don't get grep. I think there's like find. Checksum. Parameter format. I don't know how to do Windows. Come on. Oh, come on. Of course you don't get that. Hey, hacker. Oh, how do you use find in Windows? I just wish I could also Linux. It would be so much easier. Counts displays the lines that don't contain. Oh, of course, it's that. Okay. So we have the symbols. We can look for one of these and see if we find it, if we can figure out how to get find to work. Yeah, so like presumably we could just search for this and it should show up. Parameter format not correct. Yeah, that's correct. There's something weird about Hey, David here. So the main difference here is that it is not written in Python, so it is should be like relatively faster. I don't have numbers yet, but the big deal is that some of the lifting that Josh made was incomplete. Not most of it, but it was like it's just incomplete. And then there was he never built support for the emulated instructions. And if you look at the msp430 instruction set, I mean, a somewhat significant portion of the instructions that are used are emulated. Everything here that's starred is emulated. So like your unconditional branch, I think push or pop is emulated. It's implemented as a move from like the stack pointer with an auto increment into like whatever register you're doing. So mostly it's just about adding a little more completeness to it and an excuse to learn the binary ninja API. There's nothing wrong with Josh's plugin other than the fact that there's a little bit that's like incomplete, but it works fine. And I actually used it for a handful of the challenges from microcorruption. So I don't know why we have the linking issues though. because it's pulling down the repo, it's doing the build, and we can build the repo fine. It's only when we can build, we can build the. Oh, this is just fucked. I fucking hate Windows. So we're able to build this. That's not what I wanted to do. So we're able to build this. It's totally fine. It builds, and the library itself links to the Binary Ninja sys crate, which I am not sure if these symbols. Do we get the filt command with Rust? Yeah, this is what we want. Do we get this with demingle? Is this like the move? I mean, it's Alex. Is there an online one I can just paste this into? No, there's not. I don't even know where this stuff gets installed to if I do this. Let's see how long this takes to build. Like, we can unmingle these symbols, and we can see where they're coming from. Like, I don't know if this is the syscrate that it's trying to link to. I mean, I guess it's we know the library. It's lib binary ninja, which I don't have them on here. Of course, I don't have them on here. Yeah, so this is the library that it would be creating, the lib binary ninja. And so this is the one that it can't link to. And this doesn't need any, oh, someone responded. The current upstream. Seems like... I thought we tried this. See if this fixes it. I don't know why I mean, maybe... Oh, that worked. Okay. So, we have a... Did I add this to the wrong one before? So we have a linked file. Let's do this differently. Let's do this in here. It would be in here. So this ends up being our DLL that we need. this ends up needing to be in here. Where is that? It's the where is manage plugins? So that's interesting. That's really interesting because this loads. Huh. That's so weird. And it loaded that. That's even weirder. Okay. Plugins. So we should be able to just paste this in here, I think. And maybe it'll load. How do we see loaded plugins? We want to see loaded plugins. What's in metadata? What can we? I guess we can print something. So that's good. Cargo add blog. I think it's warn. Blog. Yeah. Give me the API. Info. Yeah, warn exists. Okay. target debug oh, god damn it. All right, target debug ninja. No. We don't get any of those either. Plugin. Got a copy. Is there a way in Windows to go to the beginning of the line? Syntax is incorrect. All right, I'm over this. I'm so over Windows. A positional argument. Do I need quotes on this? Yeah, okay. So it seems like it's not loading it. We're not, we should be getting like some kind of warning here. I wonder if we fail it. Like if we made this false, if it would tell us that it failed to load. Make sure this is actually copying in there. Yeah, it is, okay. There's plugin manager, core plugins. So We might need to do that. We have to init the logging. Okay. That works. Why does that not work? We're back to the linking errors. Two unresolved externals. Oh yeah, we can't. Is there another branch? There's not another branch. Yeah, that's why we couldn't build it. That's not helpful. Okay. Unresolved. What is it failing? Get minimum core AVI version. I wonder if this is something that we need to implement. Like, I don't think he implements these. Right? This is all implementation of architecture. So like, I think these are provided for us. pretty sure that yeah, I mean, and it finds it. Yeah, it's not a compilation issue. It's definitely a linking issue. So if we go over here and look at the code for this, I think it's in lib. ABI. Yeah, so these are here. Provide ABI version automatically so that the core can verify binary compatibility. So yeah, it's trying to call these. So core ABI version. So current ABI and minimum. Current core. Yeah, so provide ABI so the core can verify binary compatibility. I wonder why it wouldn't be available though. Unless like, this isn't available. Have some overlap with likely called functions, so LD on Linux and skip linking, liblink hack. Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it's a Linux specific thing maybe, but there's not going to be here. We don't need headless, do we? Yeah, we don't need headless because this is strictly for us to be able to, right? bn set bundle plugin directory. Maybe we can get rid of rayon. I don't know why that would affect it. Headless seems to be the part that actually matters here to do whatever linking magic is it's doing. If we remove this, it goes back to like all of the linking issues, right? Yeah, so there's 200 unresolved externals, whereas we add in headless and that all goes away. It's just the 2 unresolved, which are the bn get current core API version. I don't know why it would be unresolved. And why does it only happen when we use... I mean, if I didn't use the logger, like say we got rid of the logger, and if we just call this, does this link? Doesn't link. But if we do this, it does link, and it links fine. Like, can I call anything in Binary Ninja? I'm trying to figure out what we can call here that would not be an issue for us. Like, can we register is this a struct? And it takes a command. Like, does this build? What is this? Command. What is command? Command is the trait. So it just. Okay, we can build a command. That's fine. And it takes in come on. I think we can just derive sync. Oh, I'm not sure if that's going to work, but we'll see if it works. Action self does nothing. Valid self view it's always gonna be false. Yeah, so like that's like, why does that not build? Can't drive sync. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. It already is sync, but we still get the same linking errors. Which is weird. Like, why? If we already solved the linking problems by adding in headless, why are these ones specifically not linking? And it doesn't bring in headless, does it? No? I wonder if we build this on Linux, if it would have the same problem. So Binary Ninja Core ABI version. Yeah. So this is where it's failing in here, and then this is core minimum. Yeah, so these two right here are the ones that are failing. I wonder if it doesn't exist. Binary Ninja Core. So maybe we can go check bn get current core ABI version. So it would be in core maybe. Current core ABI version. So this exists. interesting. So the header's here. I mean, it's defined in the header. The method does exist, or the function exists. And so that's so interesting. So is that extern? What is this? Give me the DLL export decal spec export. What does this mean? I'm curious if it got removed from the API, or if these are just actually specified. Like, so the header here, where was that? It was so Binary Ninja API. So there's a whole bunch of forward declarations. What is it? BN, get, core, API, minimum. Yeah. So I mean, these are defined in here in the Binary Ninja core. And so I wonder if these are all functions that, if this header is just here to provide us like a forward declaration for stuff that's exported by Binary Ninja, and if so, maybe it can't link because it doesn't know where those, like the library is for it. Because these are here. And we can go look at what, like where this is. And say we go here and we look. I don't know what's in there, but data roaming maybe? I don't know. Binary Ninja class. What is this? Like, so this is a file. I don't know what's in here. Oh, it's literally the directory. Okay. Do we have... Yeah, it's like presumably it would be this. It would be this. I wonder if it's a linking issue where it can't link that. Like, what do we see in here? Like, where's... Oh, come on. Just give me, like, something that's not awful. Like, I don't see... So there's this. I think that this ends up being the thing we want to link against. I just don't know where it is. Does doing verbose give us anything different that's meaningful? I wonder if... So I wonder if that path shouldn't matter. Like, say we... Cannot open input file. That's interesting. Yeah, unused imports. We don't care about that. That's fine. Failed to link. cannot open input file binary ninja core.lib. Does it print any better in here if I do that? These terminals are garbage. I want Linux. Yeah, so I wonder if this is now if I were to rerun this, is it the same? It's different. So in this one, it can't open binary ninja core.lib, where we have the what I would assume is the right number of backslashes. And in this, it just says that it can't resolve it. And so, I mean, that's right. It can't. So, binary ninja core.lib. What is the file that we have? Okay. So I don't need any of this. Wait. So, is it program files, vector 35, binary ninja, and binary ninja core.lib that exists. Why? Cannot open input file. And so it seems like this is correct. If it's no slashes or we have like multiple slashes, basically it's correct. For some reason, it's only when there's one slash it's wrong, I think. Because this has the unresolved externals and doesn't say it can't open the file. This cannot open input file binary ninja core .lib. Yeah. Very strange. And then for whatever reason, it just says there's unresolved dependencies here. And I don't understand why there'd be unresolved dependencies because, I mean, unless the library is wrong, I guess we can run, is it dump bin? Oh, I gotta go find that again. Yeah, here we go. This is what we want. Which, I can't do that either. It was a VC tools msvc. Yep. All right. Dump bin. Program factor 35 binary ninja binary ninja core is it extern? Oh, that's interesting. What are our, is it, imports, exports, that's what it is. All right, and so we're looking for bn get current core. Bn get come on current. Well, shit, it's not there. Get current. Yeah. Now, let's see if we can do this. ABI parameter format not correct. This is it being stupid. let's see what this means and why we're doing that. Use quotation marks on the parameter. I did. Yeah. Okay. I feel less dumb now. So yeah, it's literally just not there. How is this building? Like presumably, so here, let's do this. Where would this be? Like maybe input or whatever this is. Compatibility. Maybe? No, this is like Python compatibility. From binary range import. Let's what is bn declare core? Declare core ABI version must be included in native plugin modules. If the ABI version is not declared, the core will not load the plugin. So we do need to define this. How did that work then? Like, this doesn't declare it. Like, bn current core. Fine, so no mangle. What is this? This is U32. We'll just say it's a 5. So does one of these go away now if we do this? No, so we still get 2 unresolved linking issues. Oh, because... Yeah, so this is not the thing that we're not getting. We're not getting these two, and these are the ones... I wonder if this is out of date. Current core API version. Like, can we call that from Binary Ninja? Python console. Oh. Yeah. So. Get a what is this? I mean, this is actually easy. We can just go to the API docs. Core version. So that exists. Is there a core or something? Okay. Compatibility maybe? Yeah, we found that wasn't what we wanted. Version switcher. So I wonder if there's a if it's like a Python, like, oh, I don't want that. That's not what I want. Give me PowerShell. It's the one time I've ever said that in my life. Hey, it's going okay. It's been a rough journey trying to get this working. I'm getting linker errors, and I'm not exactly sure why. Hey, so sick. It's just it's been frustrating, and it's really frustrated that I'm on Windows. But there's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. So we can go to Python, and this might be... No, so this is the same... So this is it right here. This is the file we care about. All right, I think we're going to open this in Linux. All right. Update version. Plugin get. So this is all updating stuff which we don't care about. And what's this core version? bn get version string. Yeah. So, what was it? Oh, the minimum core. Nothing in there. So symbol doesn't exist in the library, and I don't see access to it in the Python one. So I'm pretty tempted to like believe that we don't actually need this symbol. And if we don't need the symbol, like we can go and we can change, the API, but then we have to do a whole bunch of other shit. The one last thing we can do is we can dig through here. Is it git like reflog? Yeah. I need to. Git grep through history rev list. That's interesting. Get current. Yeah. Now, will this actually give us the commits where it matters? The other thing we can do is we can go to the history. Yeah, this isn't going to give us what we want, I don't think. Oh, shit, come on. What we actually want to do is do git blame and go find out when that was added. And then we'll go and we'll look at the commit. And I'm screwed now because this is... Alright, git blame binary ninja core get current core. Yeah, alright, so Rusty added this 2021, which means that this probably was regenerated at some point. Oh, you know what? I bet maybe this is something that's just very new. I'm gonna be so pissed if this is an issue with us using stable and not using dev. Where is this? Yeah, we can solve this. What commit is this? This is this commit. Okay. Git show. So hat. Oh, come on. Hat should give us the commit before it. Add ABI version verification for plugins. Yep. All right. So if we switch this to the other channel, I bet this is just gonna work. Okay. Development build. I mean, yeah, I just updated the latest. Fuck, this is ridiculous that we spent this long dealing with this, and it's just because we're not running dev. And that's like the most recent. I wonder if there's a tag in here. There is a tag. We're idiots. If we had just... these are getting older though, so it looks like they stopped tagging, which is unfortunate. Yeah. All right, let's I'm so angry. I'm so angry. While this does its thing, I'm gonna go clean this up right now because we don't need this. This is we can actually just, right. This is unneeded. Man, we got nothing done tonight because of just stupid, like... Oh, we can't even go back. It doesn't have it. That's fine. Binary Ninja, logger, init, logger, is it in here? Logger. What was it that he used here? Oh, it's actually like log stuff. It's not binary Ninja. Level filter. We'll do trace, I guess, for right now. And we'll just unwrap this. And we'll change this to true. Okay, it's still downloading. God, that is so frustrating. I'm gonna restart this as soon as this is done. And let's see if this is actually the newest one. I gotta make sure we're running a new enough version of Binary Ninja so that it's gonna have that symbol there. But it makes so much sense. Like once you get to this point and you realize that that's what was going on. All right. So yeah, this build is from February 8th. So if we rerun this now, I bet this is gonna link fine. Yep, it linked fine. Oh my god. All right. One of these. Yeah. Target debug. All right. So some stuff failed here. And yeah, okay. This plugin does not provide a core ABI version. Please add the macro to the plugin and rebuild it with the latest API. Okay, so we're gonna have to do that, I think. But let me see if... Yeah, so we need to... we still do need to bring that out. Which is... so we will need to have this method, I think. No mingle. Allow. The other, yeah, it's what vn declare core ABI version. And that's right here. Yep. All right. Yeah. So we just need to declare this function. Core plugin ABI version U32. I don't know what this is, but whatever this is the right value. 1. Okay. Vn declare. Yeah. Failed to load. Why did it fail to load? add the bn macro to your plugin. We did that. Let me make sure that plugins folder. Yeah, okay. Did we name the... Yeah, so it worked. I think. So where... So I don't see that it loaded, which is interesting. I wonder if it just needs to be outside. And that would explain it. Yeah, it loaded. This isn't even Rust that's like the issue. This is like crazy linker shit. Basically, what the problem was is that when you build software and you link to other libraries, you're expecting like functions to be exported, and they weren't there, and so the linker was failing. I didn't know why, and it's because the libraries that I had were too old. Because I was running the most recent stable version, but the version of the API that I was building against is the current development version, and so there was a mismatch, and that it is not great. But so this works. We're loading our plugin. We like this is like the hardest part, which is really sad because the rest of it is definitely much more difficult. But that works, and I wonder if the Rust API. I mean, there's nothing public for this, which is stupid. I mean, like it's because it hasn't been built yet. But yeah. So I'm curious. Like, I wonder if this isn't being worked on, or if because like I don't see any of that in here, and so I wonder how he's dealing with it. Once I'm just gonna right back into the Slack that someone was answering the question for me. So we should be able to like use the logger now. I mean, it's not super exciting or anything, but you know, it's something that it should at least work. So if we rebuild this and then we copy into here. Okay, cool. So there's an update for Git. Oh, great. Oh, it's being used. Interesting. Okay. Good to know. So we should see in the log here, maybe? Yeah. So we got it. We can execute code. Sweet. We're 2 hours in. We got nothing done tonight except for getting this loaded, which I guess is like an accomplishment in and of itself at this point, and is still significantly further than we got last time. I'm gonna wrap up and be happy with accomplishing that. I'm also gonna write up some docs off stream because I don't want anyone to have to ever go through that just awfulness again. But I think we'll pick this up maybe another day this week or this weekend, and we can start working on implementing the actual disassembler portion of this and not just getting it loaded. Anyway, have a great night, everyone. I hope you learned something with me and realize just how awful it is to debug linker plate shit. Yeah, boilerplate hell. It really is. Like, this is, I mean, to be fair, like, I'm using something that's like in like super alpha or beta or something. It's not, this is not intended for general consumption. And I think that like me coming in and saying, hey, I want to do this is like realistically the only thing that kind of like pushed them to like push this out when they did now rather than in like you know, a month from now or from however long it would take for them to get stuff released. Like, you know, it seems like people were interested in it, but no one was really doing anything. And like me coming in was like, yeah, I want this. And I said, okay. So hopefully this will get better over time. I'm going to, like I said, write up some docs for this and make it a little bit easier going forward. But yeah, next session, we're going to finish up building out. So the register implementation, I think, is done here. And I think this is all correct. And that is 2 of the associated types that we need to implement here. The other ones are the flags. And I need to figure out exactly how that works. I don't know how they're represented in Binary Ninja. And I need to know a little bit more about the flags themselves on the msp430, but yeah, I think we'll do the flags next, and then once the flags are implemented, we can uncomment this out, and we can, I think, finish implementing like the baseline here so that we can actually register the architecture and get it loading. It won't do anything, but it'll show up as an architecture that we can select from, which will be cool. Anyway, have a great night, everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching me just like miserably fail and then succeeded in like the least interesting possible project we could be working on right now. But yeah, I think it'll be better going forward, hopefully. Good night.